Hey guys, welcome back. Let's see what have we missed. All right, let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna do is take my face off here, and let's jump right into here. And let's mark out our first 15 minutes, which is gonna be 30 started here. And we are 45 there, so we're gonna say, let's call this the orb session. So let's keep an eye and see where it wants to go. I think we might want to see something higher up here, but let's give it a minute here. I know there's been lots of movement to the downside. Let me first check if everything's working fine. So there's no problems. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's make sure that's fine. Give me a second, guys. I'll tell everybody that we are live. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. Okay, so what we can see if we are, I'm going to take this view up off here. Boom. Let's go 4 hours quickly just to show you guys where we're at. Alright, so on the 4 hour, okay, on the 4 hour we've had this, I mean this is a fair value gap, but in the 1 hour that's the 1 hour fair value gap. We've created a new gap today with this nice big push down. We can mark this out as another fair value gap. Give me a second here. Alright, I'm back. So, alright, so cool. We've got this fair value gap on the hour up here that we bounced from yesterday, and through overnight we created a new fair value gap. So in essence, I am bearish at this point in time. That does not mean we can't go up and test this fair value gap, because we haven't come close to that. So that's where we are right now, and nothing else that stands out. There is equal lows lower down, but I'm not going to be too excited to go to that now because that's way lower down. So I'm going to let's see, just wait and see what what transpires in this AM session here. So we've got the all first 15 minutes here. I want to see if price actually want to go through it and maybe go all the way to this 50% and then maybe do some sort of a retracement. Let me see where we are now. What I want to do is I just want to put some lines here just for now. 9:30. Just want to put some reminder lines here. Alright, so that's fine. Okay, so now we're just gonna have to give it some time to breathe here. Guys, I'm still here. I'm just trying to get something on my chart which it doesn't want to work. All right, so yeah, so let's see what happens at this high here. I'm trying to see if there's any close by liquidity. I mean, we've run liquidity on both these ends. Maybe up here there's some liquidity, and then up here, but it all depends if we want to really go up there. But I think this I mean, we've had this huge enormous drop, and what I want to do is just want to go to 15 minutes quick, makes it more visible here, and I'll show you why I think we might go up here first. Is if you look at this high, oh, come on, and this fair value gap 50% is up here, so that's almost filling this whole fair value gap before we want to see something sell off. So we might even see a deeper retracement into these these down candles, which becomes the breaker to test that. So I think we might go back to that 19,600 level and then sell off from there. But I mean, that's not far-fetched looking at this big drop here. So let's just play it by ear, and yeah, let's just wait. Nothing to do here yet. Where's that VWAP? Some people are liking the VWAP, so we're above the VWAP now. So let's see if that's going to support price all the way to the upside here. Okay, let's try to keep it clean. Okay, leave it nice and centered here. And if you really look at this, this is our if I mark this out, let's see what does this is it. This is not the first fair value gap, because if you look at this, there's no gap. And guys, there is, I mean, big gap up here. So I don't know if you're going to fill anything up here or just drop from here. Bit of a tricky situation here. I'm not going to talk like I know where market's going right away. I know on the bigger time frame we're bearish, but let's see if we can get some sort of a opportunity to sell higher. All right, let's give it a minute here. Right, so going back and forth here. Which is not a problem. And I'm not marking this fair value gap out because that's not the first fair value gap. First fair value gap is up here, but it's not significant. There's a bunch of other fair value gaps here, so I'm not going to do too much here. We could be in a situation where price go lower, higher, and make higher lows, lower highs to just move sideways into a trap type of move. Remember, we've got this big move down overnight or early today, and tomorrow's NFP. So who knows what can happen today? After a big push like that, you normally get the next sessions to be pretty sideways, and like everybody would call it, seek and destroy. And then come tomorrow, we'll see manipulation and continuation or reversals. But a much better move than today. So I'm not expecting too much today or even in this AM session because of the big move we got. So just bear with me, or bear with the market, not with me. And let's see if there's anything or any opportunity that pops up here. Right, anybody's got any ideas, levels, or things they want to share, please feel free to pop it in the comments below, and we can go through it. Looks like there's some movement now around 10 o'clock. We're still within the first 15 minutes range. Have not broken through yet or moved anywhere. Alright, so let's just keep your eyes on the price here. Alright, let's see. Will that weak hold to send price up, or was that still the right direction? I mean, look at this. We run this low here, but then we've got highs all the way here, so that's all liquidity. So once you've run this, I'm not saying take a trade here, but that's normally some sort of a tell. Okay, so now we need to go to the opposite of the liquidity. Right, so the level that could hold price here is this week's 50%, which is right here. All we've got to do is see if price want to bounce there or close right through it to target these lows. Or we'll bounce there to go take all of these highs out. Let's see. Okay, looks like we want to move lower here. If we close below that, then we're probably going to push lower. To see what's the wow. So Nasdaq's down 4%. Which is quite a lot. I wonder what it will do if it collapses even further. I know they will, I don't know, maybe stop trading, maybe not. Maybe it's just, it will just cool down and just move sideways. Alright, so we've got this fair value gap here now. If there was any shorts, this is the place to short it to go lower. Well, I've got this funny feeling, guys. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not actually going to trade anything now because of that big drop earlier. And I'm worried the day before NFP, we might see, I don't know, crazy movements. Maybe it's a perfect sell. This one, yeah, I don't know. See, he tapped into that fair value gap and nice rejection there. We need to see a close below this low here to go lower, but be cautious because there's another gap here that could potentially get stuck between these two. If you want to go lower, you need to break below this thing to target even lower lows. Okay, there's at the 50% of that fair value gap. Let's see if that's gonna hold. I mean, this is like perfect to that midpoint, and now this swing low here is at that midpoint. So let's see which one's gonna break it to go lower or higher. Right, thanks for that comment there. It's saying if you trading prop firms, we are at that 5% threshold and you cannot trade NQ today, just for information, and that is because of the market has moved all that already. So great advice, guys. Thanks. This is normally where I get shakeout when it's stuck between two fair value gaps. Not worth trading. I'm not trading. I'm just reading price for trading myself. So maybe today's one of those days, guys, to take off, not to watch, look at the charts, and I don't know, go spend time with your family and come back tomorrow and see what we get from the NFP. So just while we're at it, guys, anybody who trades that first 15 minutes, I mean, you've got a gap right below it, right? So in this case, I wouldn't just enter random shorts here. I would want to see this fair value gap get inverted before I take anything short yeah. But then also, yeah, see how market moves here, because we did close below that swing point. We haven't inverted this yet, but we might see some push down here, down to here, down to there. Take it out, continue lower. I don't know. I mean, I'll be surprised if this thing keeps dropping, because if we're saying we're already at 4%, I mean, you're very close to like dangerously moves per day, on the day. So I still haven't closed below this fair value gap to invert it, so on our hands. Still stuck there. Pretty much. Oh, it looks like it wants to move lower, yeah. But don't hold your breath for that. Just take a deep breath and right, so let's see if we're gonna get any action here. I mean, if we're gonna move sideways like this most of the day, I'll probably end this stream short. I'll cut it short. Then we can always look at PM session later, but I don't think, I mean, I'll keep an eye, just keep an eye on my channel if I put a notification out for you guys to join or anything. But for now, let's just see what price want to do. Yeah, if it's not doing anything, then I mean, what's the point? So yeah, so I'll give it another 15 minutes to see. Otherwise, I'll come back a bit later in the PM session. But as like I said, just keep an eye and see if there's a live stream scheduled. It all depends on price, and I don't want to waste people's time to come and sit and look at something that's not moving. I promise you guys, next week we'll definitely see some better setups. See what I told you guys earlier, stuck between those two fair value gaps. I promise you can mark this out whenever you want. When price is stuck between two fair value gaps, don't try to trade it. Just wait for something that gives a proper break on the one side, and then look at opportunities. let's see. Just screw around. Are we gonna move somewhere? I mean, if we really need to move anywhere, I would suggest we move up and not down. Down is dangerous for daily limits. Up is at least some sort of a recovery. That doesn't mean let's just buy. That means just sit in your hands and read price and actually see how messy it's going to be. This is not the condition you want to trade in. I mean, this is a 1 minute. Anybody who trades what do you call it, flags, I mean, we're coming down. This is probably a bull flag setting up to go higher, and if there's any bias here, I would probably take it to the top side of this 15-minute range. But I don't like what I'm seeing here with these gaps. I mean, there's a inverted fair value gap here. Maybe it plays out, I don't know, but I'm not trading it. Maybe we come back down again and invert that fair value gap again. Try to challenge this low again and see if we want to go through it. I'm expecting a move through that fair value gap, invert it through this, maybe spike, maybe close, I don't know. Leave all this liquidity up here for maybe later to bounce back all the way up there. Let's see if I'm correct. I'm saying price will go lower here. Right, let's see. I'm most probably going to go down to that. Okay, let's give you guys a bigger view here. Nothing yet, just challenging those lows, but I guess we might go lower. Let's see, guys. I'm not confident on any of this, so maybe just trying to to run these lows here, or even this low, or maybe form equal lows and then come back up. But let's see. Okay, so looks like we want to move lower to those lows, so let's give it time to breathe and see if we can get there. I don't think we're going to do any runs. I think we're just going to bop down, bop up, bop down, bop up. Alright, so not taking any fair value gaps, and I'll tell you why. The market has already moved about 5%. That is a massive move for Nasdaq. And also, I mean, you're welcome to take it. I'm not going to tell you not to take it. The reason I'm staying out is we had this massive move overnight. And let me put it in perspective for you. That's the move. We came down, and now we're pretty sideways here. And normally what happens is if you get a big move like that, price then tends to go seek and destroy, will tell you to go lower, and then like this IFEG here, inverted there, we didn't go up, came down, inverted again, we break down here, we most probably can go up again, come down, but create this sideways move, and there's no clear liquidity here. And this is just going to be in preparation for NFP tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe PM session later today gives you a much better entry. I don't know. But if you want to gamble today, that's what you do. You trade. I think trading now is a bit of a gamble. So, I mean, if you really look at it, there's all this liquidity here. And we keep taking lower lows, and that means we keep taking liquidity. And if you look at this low now with that low, those are equal lows, so there's liquidity there. So I won't be surprised if we now move up here and then come back later to run this equal lows down here. Right, so for me, trading is all about know when to trade and when to sometimes just sit out and watch. And I think today is one of those days. Now you see a big move up. We could bounce off this fair value gap and come back down. This fair value gap hold, We invert, now we invert again. You don't want to see fair value gaps get inverted all the time. Therefore, I'm taking that out and I'm taking that out. So the clear liquidity for me is these equal lows and this trend line up here, which is this, all these highs. That's all liquidity. So we might jump here, jump back up, or wherever. And now, as you can see, this candle is creating a new fair value gap. Enough to confuse anyone. Right, I hope that clears up why I'm not trading these fair value gaps. Great. Right, let's see. Let's just keep an eye. Right, so the other thing, guys, if you are, I don't know what type of trading styles you guys got. That's why you don't see me got. I mean, we can put up the VWAP here. Is still below it, so but I'm not suggesting lower prices here. If you like trading moving averages and stuff, I mean, if you look at moving averages now, I mean, good luck, because it's all over the place, and that's just because everything is a bit out of tune here. Might see this dip down again, and then I don't know if we want to go for these equal lows. Okay, let's see how we're gonna get something. And now, guys, back to where we were earlier, back stuck between two fair value gaps again. This spike here took that high out. So in theory, you want to see price move lower and take liquidity down here. But let's see. That's here theoretically what should happen, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Okay, so now we look like we want to move up, yeah. Right, let's see. Guys, I'm leaving my face off here for now, just so you guys can see the chart properly, and there's a lot that we want to keep an eye on. Alright, so let's see what alright, let's see. Equal lows down here, still stuck between those two fair value gaps. Right, we consolidate again. And just to talk about it, the reason why we won't see, I don't, if you look at past big moves in a session like this, is because there's already been a big drop, and I mean, can it continue? Of course it can, but looking at the magnitude of the drop, it makes sense for the market to take a breather, move a bit sideways here. And NFP tomorrow, it's also a day before NFP, so what it's going to do, it's going to try to trap people in. Let me show you. We make a high, there's a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and stop creating, equalize, and then come back, take these highs out, intermediate highs, and then stuck back into this. So this could continue the whole session and into the next session, but there's liquidity up here as well. So, and we're pretty much still within this block here is the first 15 minutes range, and we're pretty much still stuck in it. There's nothing that you can trade here. Nothing, guys. Regardless of what you see, I'm telling you now, you're going to get wrecked if you try to squeeze something out here. And see what it does again. Probably going to try to go lower again. Also, I don't think we're going to see run equal lows and then reverse to quickly go up here. I think if we want to go up here, it's going to take us the whole day. Alright, let's see if we can do something here or not. Will it actually go to those equal lows? Wonder. Alright, so maybe this is where we're gonna go for it. I mean, we'll mark it as an inverted fair value gap, and let's see if it actually, normally if you get this, you get a speedy push through it. Let's see if that's what we're gonna get here. Is there anybody on the stream who took a trade today? Alright, we close. Let's see if it's gonna spike through it and trap more people. Trap them. Not by a hair, trap them properly. Give them reason to short. And then pull back. Okay, let's see. Push. See how that's like running that by a hair. You needed to run it properly if you want to induce people to go short. Not small candles like this. This is just there to aggravate people. So boom. Come on, do it. I think what we're gonna do now, we run those equal lows, but like barely. I would like to see a more prominent move down to make people really believe we go down and then pull back quickly, and then you can gyrate here in this range for the rest of the day. But maybe it's small moves to keep people stuck. But let's see. I mean, that little white candle there could have been, hey guys, this is a good place to buy, and now boom, gets stopped out again. No sudden moves, pretty small up and down. If we close above this high here, then I guess, guys, it's just as well we can let go of it, because we are going nowhere. Give us another push lower. Yeah, you want to give them a big push where people think, guys, we are going down. Push, 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 push. Right, now people think we are going down, baby. And this is where I would pull back quickly and go back into that range. But who am I? I'm not the market maker here. Alright, let's see. Does it want to test to go lower? What's happening? Took the break of the... Okay, so someone took the break, got stopped out and re-entered the second break and got 50 points. Well, that's great. If you manage to reap your 50 points, that's good. I didn't get any of that, so, but it's fine. Yep, that's good. If you can set yourself targets to say that's what I do for the day, you get it and you're out, well, that's good. So 50 points, what is your stop? I mean, what's your risk to reward? How much do you risk to make, how many points? Okay, so if you target 50 points, let me know what's your risk. How many points do you risk? What do you guys think is the ideal return to make a month if you trade? Okay, 1 for 1, good. So then, what do you guys think is a good return? To do it monthly, consistently. Yeah, I must say, if I trade, I like to take or target a risk reward of a 2 to 3 to 1. Sometimes there are 1-to-1s that I take, but I try to keep my profit factor to that 2-3 to 1 ratio. Then okay, look, as long as you got a strategy that works for you and you don't hop around, but stick to one thing that works. And now we can see prices really moving down here. But yeah, I think my best, the thing that worked for me, I've been not all over the show, but I've been trading for a long time, and not consistently. I mean, I paid my school fees when it comes to trading, and I'm at a point now, I've got my strategy, I've got the way that I'm trading, my risk, reward, not perfect, but I'm very comfortable with the way I trade, to know if I trade I'll end up being profitable at the end of the month. And yeah, I still learn a lot. That's also the reason for this channel, to learn, and also to see what other people do. Maybe you make mistakes that I used to make, and all of that. Break even 90% of my trading days, 1%. Okay, was good as long as you make money. If you make 2%, what is it? 2% in a year gives you about 20 something percent return, which is good. I mean, if you look at any other institution, if you can give them like a 20 something, between 20 and 25% return a year, that's a lot. I know most traders don't want to hear it, because everybody wants to double their account now and make lots of money now. But if you're really disciplined, even if you get funded accounts, I mean, I've gone through journeys on this funded accounts myself. They obviously force you to make certain percentage in the first couple of, first 30 days and stuff. If you can just get through that section, and you've got the freedom with no pressures to just chip away slowly, I think then you're at a good place. But for you to be in that good place, you need to know how to be happy with something like a 1 or 2%, 3%, I don't know, 5%, 6%. I mean, I don't think it's difficult to make a 6% a month, but you shouldn't be walking around with that target in your head. You should be walking with a target in your head to keep your stops tight and manage it as best possible, not to lose equity, and to keep your profits. And don't make the mistake I'm still making. I'll have a target, and I think it happened twice this week, where my trade went to my target, turned around, stopped me out. I mean, you gotta, if you got a strategy to go to certain liquidities, and you want to make money, you want to secure and do partials and all of that stuff. So that's probably one of those things I still need to learn. It's not because I don't want to take profits sometimes, which is probably sometimes also a mistake. I get married to that liquidity, and I always tell myself it's got to go there. And one thing we've all learned, the market doesn't have to do anything. The market's got its own mind, so it's definitely not going to do what you want it to do. So, right, so that's quite interesting. Let's see. I want to see, where are we now with this? Okay, still getting close to that 5% down mark for the day on Nasdaq, which is quite interesting. Interesting question someone mentioned to me today. What do you guys think will happen if this market drop aggressively between now and the PM session? Say, I don't know, close beyond 5%. I'm actually, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to try find the chart on the previous contract. There's equal lows there that I've marked out since last year. And, I mean, it's not very far from where we are now. Let me try to do this quick. I'm going to do this. Let's do the week. See, these equal lows was these two lows here, but now after the new contracts that moved, so this was a liquidity here, and then these lows, so, and it was lower, So yeah, 18,000, maybe 18,000 is where we want to go. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I think we've hit those lows. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end off the stream here. I'll keep an eye on movement later and see if there's any movement that looks favorable for the PM session. Just keep an eye on my channel to see if I put a reminder out. If it's not there, then I'm probably not going to stream it live. But we'll be back for NFP tomorrow and see what happens then. So I think for now I'm going to leave you guys, and just thanks for everybody participating. And I mean, there's no point taking any trades now. I wouldn't. And yes, I'll see you guys a bit later. Don't overtrade, guys, and good luck with NFP tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye bye.